Test 1, 2.
Test 1, 2. Hey guys, it's David. Now, listen, have you ever been eating like a hamburger or something, but you said to yourself, what you really wanted was a steak, but you were broke? Don't worry, I've been there before. I might be there now, but today we're going to take your hamburger, we're going to upgrade it, and we're going to make it feel like you're almost, kind of, not really, no, you're not eating a steak, I'm sorry, but we're going to get as close as we can with some ground beef. Let's get started. Okay, so for this, we're going to need about a pound of ground beef. We're going to need an onion, which I have diced half of it and sliced the other half. We're going to need some mushrooms, breadcrumbs, a little bit of flour, some ketchup, beef broth, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce. No one knows how to pronounce it. It's okay. Just get some of this Lee and Perrin stuff, okay? And an egg. Let's go. So first we're going to take our ground beef and put it into a large bowl. We're going to take half of the onion, the diced, and put that into the bowl with the ground beef as well. Take an egg, crack it into the bowl. And guys, don't make a mess with your egg, please. Beautiful. Alright, so we're going to season this up with some salt. If you have seasoning salt, you can. I'm currently in Spain where seasoning salt is impossible to find, so I'm using regular salt. Black pepper. And if you want to grind your own black pepper, do that. I don't have the time or the patience, so I got ground black pepper, alright? And a little bit of garlic powder. Okay. We're going to throw in this Worcestershire or Worcestershire sauce, however you want to say it. Just give it a few shakes, not too much. And then we're going to take our breadcrumbs and throw them in there. Okay. Now, if you want to do this with a spoon or some sort of kitchen utensil, go ahead. But I'm going to use my hands, so make sure if you use your hands, they're really clean, alright? And you just want to give everything a good mix. Just make sure everything is nice and well combined. Alright, so we've got everything mixed, so we're just going to take it and form it into about 4 patties. Now, if you want your patties smaller, you can. You can probably make about 6, but I'm going to go ahead and make 4 large patties. Okay? So I've got my 4 oval-shaped patties here. I decided to go for an oval because it's a little bit more reminiscent of steak. However, shape them however you want. So we're going to go to the stove, put this on medium heat, and we're going to drop in some oil. I'm using sunflower oil. You can use olive, vegetable, or canola. Use whatever you have. This is what I have, so this is what I'm using. So we're going to go ahead and just let that heat up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take our patties and put them in the pan. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and get these cooked on both sides. It might not cook all the way through the center. That's fine because we'll finish cooking it in our sauce. Okay, so this has been sitting for about 7 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip them over. It might take a little bit longer if you made yours thick, depending on how thick or how thin you made them. If you made yours smaller than mine, maybe it'll take about 5 minutes or so. Okay? And we're going to let those sit for maybe another 5 minutes, and then we'll take them out. Okay, so these are brown about where I want them on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and take them out. And once again, these are not cooked all the way through. But don't worry, we're going to finish cooking them later. Don't worry about those onions. ahead and throw in our sliced onions. Don't throw, because you're going to get some oil splattered on you, so don't throw them. Just place them in the pan. I'm going to let those go for a minute or a few seconds. Once again, this is on medium heat. And then I'm going to throw in our mushrooms. I'm using white mushrooms. If you want to use baby Bella, you can. Now I'm going to add in a couple of tablespoons of flour. And we're going to give that a mix. Again, we're going to cook that for about a minute just to make sure it gets rid of that raw flour taste. We do not want this to taste like flour. Okay? We're also going to add in a little bit of ketchup. Just about that much, not too much. The ketchup is a little bit sweeter. It's going to help us balance out all of that flavor from the onions and the Worcestershire sauce. Nope, almost lost an onion. And now we're going to pour in our beef broth. And we're going to bring that back up to a boil. This is not going to get thick unless you bring it up to a boil. And don't burn your house down, please. Okay, so this is boiling the way I want. So we're going to put the patties back in the pan, but before we do, we're going to taste this for seasoning. Remember, beef broth is salty. It has salt in it already. But if you don't have beef broth, you can use water. If you use water, you'll have to add in more seasoning. But I still want to give this a taste, just to see. Okay, that's good. I am going to add in a little bit more pepper. And you know what? Just because of who I am as a person, we're going to add in a little bit of cayenne pepper once I find it. Not too much. Just a small shake. Okay, that's looking good. And this is going to continue to thicken as it cooks. So we're going to go ahead, put our patty back in. And if you don't like your gravy too thick, if at a certain point it's too thick, just add in more liquid. If it's water or beef broth, just add in some more. So now we want to smother this patty. So make sure it is completely coated in that gravy. You can turn it around. Okay. Now how long we leave it in the pan is going to depend on the thickness of your patties. For mine, because they're really thick, I'm going to check them in 20 minutes, but it might take them about half an hour to be done. So after 15-20 minutes, just give them a check. If they're not done, just let them cook. Okay, to help these cook a little bit faster, I'm going to put a lid on it. And the heat is down to medium-low, okay? So we want this to simmer, not boil. Alright, so it looks like we are good to go. Things are tender, they're cooked all the way through. That gravy is about the consistency that I want it. And remember, when you're making this gravy, anything that you want to omit, if you don't want ketchup, don't use it. If you don't want to use Worcestershire sauce in the patties, I recommend it, but you don't have to use it. So omit anything that you want, make any changes that you want. And yeah, let's plate this up. Okay, so I'm going to serve this along with some brown rice, as well as a green salad, because you need something healthy to balance out all of this unhealthiness. If you're on a diet, this is not diet food. If you're on a diet like I'm supposed to be. But you know what? Today is... Daniela, what is today?
Thursday.
Thursday. So we're breaking the diet because it's Thursday. Don't ask me what that means. I mean this because I want to, okay? Just eat the food. Eat food and just be happy. Alright, so there you have it. Salisbury steak with a nice, rich mushroom onion gravy.